Well, welcome to Aveley TV, and I'm here today with Danny Chapman, of course, the manager of Harlow, and a bit changed from Millfield, Danny.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? Really is a massive change from Millfield. Yeah, but no, it's going to be great for Aveley Football Club having a facility like this. Yeah.
So, I mean, yourself then for today. I mean, you got full team available, or you got a few missing?
Yeah, we've got a couple of injuries. Craig Pope's out with a deep gash. Charlie Dickens has got a dead leg, and Jack Wilkinson that we got from Sudbury is recovering from an hamstring strain. But yeah, apart from them, we're full strength. Yeah.
And all set up for the season and going into second season into the Prem division, and looking to push on a bit more from last year.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, you always want to improve on the position you finished last year. You know, as everyone knows, we just missed out with over the last 3 games. So yeah, I think our aim this year is to try and make the playoffs as a minimum. I think obviously, we've brought in a few new bodies, which I think is only going to improve and help us. And being in the league for a year now, you understand it a little bit better. Yeah, that's got to be our aim this year, is to get in the playoffs. Yeah.
And of course, I say everybody's seen on Twitter and Facebook as well. You must be over the moon to keep hold of Alex as well.
Yeah, of course we are. I mean, obviously, I'd been planning the season without Alex, and then we sat down just before pre-season started, and he said that he'd made a mistake and that he wanted to retract. I'm always up for giving people second chances. So yeah, we've put that to bed. That's behind us. We move on and say we can concentrate on the season ahead, and I have no doubt that he'll get his 30 goal plus again this year. Yeah.
And hopefully a few today. I've got to just try and remember not to shout machine too many times.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to do that or not. But yeah, no, he's a good lad. I think he just got maybe a little bit confused with a few things. But that's all been put to bed now. And yeah, we've got a good forward line this year. Alex got brought in Reece Dobson, Junior Dadson, Gerard Small, just signed the lad Nigel Nita. So yeah, we're looking really strong in that department. We signed Xavier Vidal in midfield, which gives us something different. Technically very, very, very good. James Baker from Sudbury, centre half, who has been excellent in pre-season. So yeah, we've made some good additions where we felt we needed to make them.
Any more to come in?
No, not really. I think we're virtually done, unless someone sort of unbelievable. There's no point changing people for the sake of changing people. You only bring someone in if they're going to improve you and they're better than what you got. So, but no, at the moment we're really, really pleased with the squad that we have.
And I take it that Tom just couldn't stretch to name more.
No, I did ask the question, but yeah, 190 odd million, probably just a million or so too far for us.
Absolutely, Danny, fantastic, mate. Speak to you again later. We're back again with Aveley TV, and of course we've got the man as well. We've got Terry with us, and Terry, I mean, of course, we moved on since Wednesday night on to Saturday. We've got Harlow and another tough task for us today.
Yep. Well, that's the way we planned our pre-season. We just set the boys in there. We didn't want to play today and beat someone 5-0, because that's not going to teach us anything. As I said about on the game the other night, I learnt a lot on Wednesday, and no doubt I'll learn a lot again today. So that's what these games are for. I'm not going to lie and say I don't care about the results. I want to win at everything, but it really don't matter the result at the end of the day. I'm more interested in how we play and how we react to playing against a side like Harlow.
Yeah. So we're 7 days away from the first game of the season, proper game of the season, shall we say? And I mean, we've got any more players in your eyes to maybe come in, or have we got?
We've got one on the bench today, a lad that I've had before, Jacob Cleaver. Good young player, good young prospect. He's 21, 22 now. He's got to step up to the plate a little bit. But yeah, he's the only one today. Other than that, it's the usual suspects. We've got 4 or 5 away today, as you normally do this time of the season. Not ideal, but it gives other boys a chance in the team.
Yeah. So I mean, overall though, on Wednesday night, was you pleased with the performance in general?
I can't say I was pleased with it. I don't think we've done ourselves justice, to be honest with you. But taking, obviously Dulwich are the best side that I've played for a few years now. And whoever comes above them, I think, will win the league. I learnt more about people's personalities and their and their mental strengths more than their capabilities of playing. I know that we can play. I know that we've got some good boys here, and I know that we'll do a lot better than what people are expecting or even hoping. So I'm quietly confident that we'll have a good season. But as for learning anything about us on Wednesday, as I say, it was more. I learned more about players' mental strengths and their ability on the ball.
Any chance of telling us the team then while you're there?
Yeah, we've got Reece in goal. George Woodward. We're gonna go 4-5-1. George Woodward left back. Chino and young Harry centre backs. Mark Tomazu, I thought was different class the other night. He's playing right back. Corney's going to play just in front of the back four for us. And then we've got Jordan on the left. Ross Gleed, Pinto, who's our captain today. And Jeremiah Madger on the right, and Jake up top. I
thought Jake had a good game on, especially the first half on Wednesday night.
He was up against it, weren't he? As I say, that was a very, very good side, and he's one of the players that I learnt a little bit about. So I don't know Jake that well. I've only had him this season, but I learnt that his mental strength and his character. He's big. He's got a big heart, the boy, and as you say, he's done really well for us in pre-season, and he's a player that. With the right coaching and the right guidance, can play a little bit higher than where we are here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Tel, thanks. I know you've got to get back in there with the boys and speak to you afterwards. Thanks, Tel. Bye-bye. To say, probably for me, one of the best players there is in this in the Premier League and probably in the Bossick League. We've got Junior Dadson with us as well, and of course an ex-Miller as well. So a bit different to Millfield, like I just asked Danny.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the setup here, to be honest, is really tidy, really clean. So I'm looking forward to, testing myself here on the surface. It should be good.
And terrifying our fullbacks as well.
Oh yeah, that's what I try to do every time I play. I just want to test myself and the team, see how the team is. We've got a few new players, see how we fare against this team, and treat it like a league game because we're really close to the start of the season now. So it's time to start getting at it.
Have you got targets you've set for yourself this year? I know last year, I said to a few people on the Ryman show that if Junior Dadson would have been available all season and Harlow would have been in the playoffs, but you've got targets set for yourself this time. Is it to try and beat Alex and get that golden boot off of him?
To be honest, if I'm near his goal tally, it's usually a good season. There's been the last season I had throughout the season, I was ahead of him for a long time. But to be honest, I just want to get above 20. And then if I get there, I'll set myself another 10 ahead. I'm always trying to set myself targets. And with Alex, when me and Alex are on the same team, it's usually a good goal-scoring formula. So, definitely, yeah.
Gene, I wish you all the best for the season, mate. Thank you for your time. Thank you, mate. All the best, mate. Aveley TV, and we've got Craig Johnston with us. And Craig, I suppose most people would say that a lot of this, what we've seen in front of us today, is down to yourself and your lady wife as well, and a few of the others in the club. I mean, it must be very, very proud for you on Wednesday night to see the opening of the brand new stadium.
Yeah, it was obviously long awaited and much anticipation. We had a couple of little teething problems we have today as well, but it's what it's all about. It's friendlies for us to get used to it. But yeah, immensely proud. It's fantastic and far exceeds what my dream of when we set out, to be fair.
And I mean, the game as well, with getting Dulwich down as well. I mean, a great scout to get them to come down and play as well. And I think they were very gracious to us as well beforehand and afterwards about the facilities and about the game and about the team in general.
Yeah, very complimentary, but Dulwich extremely well run club and nice people around, and that was one of the reasons why we picked them to come down for our opener here, and an excellent side as well, and they proved that. They're what I believe to be probably the best side in the last 2 years in the Ryman Premier, and have just missed out both times. But hopefully this year they'll get their rewards.
We said to Terry, they're a bit like a Rolls Royce, aren't they? They seem to glide over the surface whenever they get the ball.
To be fair, the surface is fantastic, and it suited Dulwich, Dulwich's style of play. Had a little bit of rain about as well, so it zipped up a bit, and they certainly showed people on Wednesday night what football's all about.
And of course, on to today, we've got of course my old side Harlow here today, and we've got the likes of Alex Reid, Junior Dadson, ex-Millers as well, coming back as well. And we spoke to Junior just a minute ago, and he's really looking forward to today. So, your thoughts on Harlow today?
Yeah, a lot of ex-Aveley players. David Hughes in goal as well. So a far cry from what they were used to when they were playing here. And I caught Junior in the tunnel just before we came out, and had a quick word with him, and he's very impressed with it all as well. And Harlow with their own facilities there, 3G wise, so it'll be a big test for our lads again today.
Of course, up against, I spoke to Danny Chapman beforehand as well, and he's over the moon to see Alex Reid back. But I expect there'll be quite a few people in that Premier Division that would have been glad to see the back of him.
I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. He's certainly a 30-goal-a-man season, and has been for many seasons. So yeah, all the time, any team with Alex Reid scoring those kind of goals in, irrespective of what division they're in, are going to do well.
I mean, the side today. I mean, has Terry let you into who he's putting out there today?
No, to be fair, I tend to stay away from the playing side of things. There's a lot more going on, and especially moving to here. Terry's a manager. He picks his side. Occasionally, he'll fly something by me, like maybe on a Friday night or a Saturday morning. But ultimately, the buck stops with him, so to speak.
Yeah. I know he threw us a couple of curveballs on Wednesday night. He did say to us Reece was playing in goal to start with, and it ended up being Lamar.
Could you tell the difference then? To be honest, I think they're both good keepers, so there's no way of telling the difference.
Absolutely. Craig, thanks for your time, and I'll speak to you again soon.
Cheers,
Thanks, mate.